Good morning. Want to welcome you to the Upper School Summer Founders Challenge and Fall Athletic Assembly this morning. This fall season was filled with many thrilling moments, whether it was Jackson Quenzer scoring a goal from 30 meters out, Delaney Moll diving to expertly dig a well-placed spike, Lily Norbeck pressuring opposing runners by relentlessly pursuing them on the cross-country course, or Kylie Redmond breaking away and scoring a goal against an opposing defense. Leaders pursue opportunities to grow. I'm really proud of all of our student athletes. I'm really proud of the students who took on the challenge that Dr. Smith set in place many years ago, known as our Founders Summer Challenge. If you think about the leadership attributes, and I'm going to read them out one at a time, I want you just in your mind to think about how each of those can be applied to the experience of challenging yourself in the Founders Challenge or challenging yourself on the athletic field. So one at a time, I'm just going to read them. Just take a moment, think about how that applies, where that fits in those different ways of challenging yourself as leaders. Listen. Express appreciation. Action. Do the right thing. Example. Resourcefulness. Sincerity. Hope. Instructing others. Perseverance. If we wanted to and we had time, we could go through the leadership principles and find things that you could directly attribute to these experiences that many of you placed yourselves in with regards to the summer challenge or playing on one of our teams. And in some cases, some of you did both. Leaders understand that working to reach one's full potential requires us to approach every endeavor with passion, conviction, and persistence. Angela Duckworth calls that grit. I know you all read that book this summer, and she gave some great examples of that. I'm not sure if it was Steph Curry or Gandhi, and it's weird to confuse the two of them, but I'm not sure which one it was who shared this following quotation. Maybe it was Gandhi and then Steph repeated it, but Steph's kind of getting all the credit right now because Gandhi can't hit three-pointers. But the quotation goes something like this: hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. If you think about Angela Duckworth's book, she talks quite a bit about the difference between just being talented and working hard. These opportunities you place yourselves in with regards to playing on an athletic team or competing against yourself in the Summer Leaders Challenge force you to take that talent that you all naturally have. You wouldn't be at Gerstel Academy if you didn't have some natural talent, if you weren't blessed with those things. Make sure you thank Mom and Dad for that, by the way. But then they also force you to then work hard and to push yourself. May we as leaders always remember that talent alone will rarely result in success. We must relentlessly pursue perfection and excellence by passionately working hard on a daily basis. Thank you for pushing yourselves to work hard and get better as leaders, as people, as brothers, sisters, siblings, sons, daughters, etc. You set a great example for the rest of our school. And remember, as when you step on the field to compete, when you step up and challenge yourself in the Founders Leadership Challenge, when you compete for us, whether it's the physics, the science Olympics, or you name it, you're representing yourself, you're representing Gerstel Academy, and you're representing what we stand for and believe in, which is pushing ourselves to get better and to pursue excellence. Congratulations, and looking forward to recognizing those folks who have put themselves on the line on a daily basis, whether, again, it was competing on the field or over the summer competing to complete all the requirements for the Founders Leadership Challenge. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Palasko. Good morning and welcome to the Upper School Fall Athletic Awards Ceremony. The growth and success of our programs are directly related to the amount of support and effort given by our student athletes, their families, and our coaches. It's hard to believe how quickly the fall season has passed and we're well into our winter season. Our student athletes and coaches continue to work to reach their full potential and take it upon themselves not only to compete, but to be their best on and off the athletic field. Here are just a few highlights from the fall season. Boys soccer earning an 11-2-2 record, making the conference finals, and having Jackson Quenzer, Brady Dillon, Kirkland Kilroy, and J.J. Weber all make their all-conference team. Girls varsity volleyball in their first full season having a 7-3 conference record and earning the 5th seed in the playoffs. And cross country placing 4th out of 12 teams during the regular season. We would now like to recognize the students who work tirelessly behind the scenes and on the sidelines to make our athletic programs thrive. These particular students put in hours of work and are vital members to our athletic program. To the fall team managers, we are grateful for your generosity with your time and talents. Students, when you hear your name, please stand to be recognized. Please hold your applause until all students' names have been called. Francis Finn Williams, Jacob Adame, Jay Spicknell, Marley Saunders, Ben Kogan, Mimi Delone, and Ajay Hobart, our head manager.
Next, we are thrilled to recognize those student athletes who earned their first varsity letter during the fall of 2021. Each student who participates on a varsity squad for the first time will receive a varsity letter and a sport pin that can be displayed on the varsity letter on their blazer lapel. When your name is called, please stand to be recognized. After the ceremony, please come get your varsity letter and pins in Mr. Gelati's office. Please hold your applause until all students' names are called. Nathan Anapolsky, Nicholas Arnold, Kiera Bosley, Kirsten Clarius, Skylar Ellison, Maddie Enoch, Sarah Fenwick, Ava Gaines, Kiara Hardy, Gavin Larson, Zachary Marquez, Alexis McGinnis, Addison McIlvain, Lauren Polk, Amy Renhawa, Abigail Redmond, Justin Rudo, Ileana Simonello, Rocco Simonello, Timmy Vishnikov, and Landon Yetta.
Next, I will turn things over to our coaches for our team athletic awards. 2 awards will be given out this morning for each team. The first award is the Coaches Leadership Award. This award is given to the player or manager by the vote of the coaches who exemplifies the leadership characteristics expected of a Gersdale student athlete. This student athlete has given a commitment, dedication, and sacrifice to the team to improve individually and as a teammate. This player can be a verbal leader or can lead by example while setting the bar for what is expected of his or her teammates. This player strives to reach their full potential on a daily basis and has the ability to make those around them better. The second award is the Falcon Award. This award is given to the player or manager by the vote of the players who has the most positive impact on the team. This is a student athlete who has persevered throughout the season and who has set a positive example for his or her peers, both on and off the field. This player has shown the ability to lead by example and set the standard for what a Gersdale student athlete is all about. Our first presenter today will be Coach Salenza and Coach Estes for girls varsity soccer.
Mr. Abbott and Ms. Reinhardt said I had 10 minutes, so we'll be here a little bit. Don't worry about it, guys. It's all right. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Gelati and Ms. Kidwell for all the effort and time they put in all the sports and their support in the fall. Your time, talents don't go unnoticed, so thank you very much. The 2021 season was a bit challenging for a young team. We started the season, we knew we had a rebuilding year in store, but we were hopeful and we saw as much potential in our younger players. At times, we played an outstanding soccer, starting well at the onset of the season in non-conference play. But as a young team, we were challenged during our conference play. The ladies were competitive for portions of most matches, at times dominating a better team, but in our inexperience and depth, struggled to maintain that play for 80 minutes. Injuries also hurt us a bit this year, losing key upper-class players for several games through the season. Despite this adversity and a relatively inexperienced team, our ladies played hard and persevered, giving their full effort no matter the match score. We also had help late in the season dealing with injuries to our goalie, and we'd like to thank Lauren Wargo for stepping in and playing goalie. Thank you, Lauren. We also appreciate the team sticking together this year and the leadership demonstrated by our two captains, Natalie and Kylie. We feel that the outstanding soccer we saw at times this year was a sneak peek into the future of our younger players as they mature and continue to develop. We're looking forward to next season. For the awards, this year's Falcon Award winner was selected by her teammates for her inspiration, positive attitude, leadership example, and we couldn't agree more. Some of the feedback that her teammates captured are she always has the best attitude and is a great example as a leader. She always inspires us to stay positive and work hard. She is very dedicated, and you could tell her real passion for soccer. She always has positive attitude and has something positive to say on the field before the games and after the games and during practice. She positively influences everyone on the team and is kind to everyone and was really welcoming when I was new. It is not a surprise for our winner selected by her teammates and as one of our captains. This year's Falcon Award winner is Natalie Lennerson. Good? For our Coaches Award, this award's always tough. Everyone can get it, but you got to pick one because we can't give an award to everybody, Mr. Gelati said. So the Coaches Award speaks to commitment, dedication, and sacrifice to improve individually and as a teammate, leading by example and setting the bar for what is expected of her teammates. Our Coach Award winner did all that this year and much more. She started the season as wing midfielder, but was managed through formation changes and injuries. She moved around and played any position we wanted her to play. Regardless of the position, she gave it her all in the roles and support her team. Despite being sidelined with an ankle injury for a couple weeks, our Coach Award winner was our leading scorer and steady presence on the field, whether playing wing, center mid, forward, sitting next to me when she was hurt, it didn't matter. Our 2021 Coach Award winner, Kylie Redmond. Can I get a stool?
Next to present is Coach Toshev and Coach Canaday for girls JV volleyball.
Hello and good morning. My name is Lauren Toshev. The girls call me Coach T. This was our very first year for JV volleyball, and all but one were completely brand new to the sport. So we had a very inexperienced team to start, but they improved so much over the season. Our record wasn't great, but we did show some good competition to several schools by going to 3 games. So that's definitely something that Coach Canaday and I are very proud of. They worked really hard and we had a lot of fun. Too much fun sometimes. So I will start with the Coaches Award. This athlete was very dedicated on improving her skills, often coming early and staying late after practice. And she always showed up to learn, and she truly, I feel, played to her full potential. And throughout the season, she improved so much, and she really came out of her shell. She was always smiling, so she contributed a lot of joy to our team. So the Coaches Award goes to Ruby Conley. Congratulations. Let's take a picture. Okay, next for the Falcon Award. This athlete showed incredible leadership on and off the court, and she really stepped up to lead our team, and the girls really seemed to look up to her and respect her, and that's very important. She worked really hard, and she was also a very good example as one of our captains. So the Falcon Award goes to Ava Reed.
Next to present is Coach Zach for girls varsity volleyball.
Good morning. In starting this program last year, which we played 3 teams, so it was a little tough to call that a season. So this was really our first season. You never know what to expect coming in. And I was very fortunate, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank both the athletic department and the administration and staff for all the support that they give to the athletic department. We really had a great turnout, and the girls were fantastic. I don't have an award for this, but I'd also like to recognize Ms. Atkinson for keeping the walking wounded on the court, because her office was always full, and thank you very much. Our first year in conference, we were up and down a little bit, but overall I think we'd have to be pretty happy with a 7-3 record, and I would have never told the girls this during the season, but quite honestly they beat some teams they had no business beating. Thank you, ladies, for your effort and your preparation. For our Coaches Award, I really had almost an additional assistant coach. She's always there helping girls know where they were supposed to be. And in volleyball with the rotations and transitions, it's a lot. It's a lot to remember. So she was always there helping the girls, leading them in practice, during games, picking girls up when they had a rough game, just always supporting and helping me and her teammates. So with that, the Coaches Award goes to Delaney Mall.
You gave them both to her, right?
Yes.
Okay. You can give her the other one as well.
So the Falcon Award, as recognized by her teammates for leadership, being a great teammate, also is going to go to Delaney Mall. I could have let her just stay here, but it's more fun this way.
Next to present is Coach Miller for Varsity Cross Country.
Mr. Gelati, Ms. Kidwell, and Ms. Atkinson, too. Thank you guys for your time and effort that you put into making this season a success. Mr. Scholes and the facilities team, thanks for sharing your time and talents and ensuring the course was safe and well-maintained throughout the season, especially at both our home meets this year. And thank you to the upper school administration for your meaningful presence, both at the home meets and at the championship meet, too. It was great to have you there. I know that I speak both for Coach Miller, myself, and our team in saying that we appreciate the outstanding support that we received this season from all of you, so thank you. Our team did finish 4th overall in the regular season, each athlete working hard to improve their individual times, some by nearly 25%. Together, they soared on a fast, flat course on the Eastern Shore, and pretty much everyone set PRs at that course. Also, they battled a really challenging course, both mentally and physically, at Chapelgate. We had 10 veteran runners who shared their wisdom, passion, commitment, and strategies for avoiding walnuts on the course. There were 5 new athletes to the team, including both of our seniors this year, who approached taking on a new endeavor with a positive attitude. And it's hard to start a new sport when you're in high school, upper school, but very commendable, guys. So great job to the new and to the returning athletes. Some athletes inspire through their ability, some through their effort, and others inspire those with their attitude. The recipient of the Falcon Award persevered in a sport that was new to him. While you wouldn't find him finishing first, or even close for that matter, as his teammate, you would be affected by the contagious nature of his positive attitude. Then, your teammates were impacted by your presence and inspired by your heart. Your coaches were too, and commend your example. And we collectively offer our genuine congratulations to Ben Shapiro. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's go.
Author Carol Dweck states that effort is what ignites your ability and turns that ability into accomplishments. It's evident in those who pursue life through a growth mindset. We had a number on our team whose effort stood out this season, not only during practices, but also coming into the season. The effort that this particular runner put into the off-season built the base for her consistent performance both in practices and at meets. Even though her season was cut short by injury, she continued to encourage her teammates and be involved in tangible ways, even volunteering for several hours standing in a booth. Riley, I know that you will continue to lead by example as you work to reach your full potential in your senior season, and it is my honor to present to you the Coaches Leadership Award.
Lastly, I will present on behalf of Coach Murphy for boys varsity soccer. I would like to congratulate this team for all the hard work and dedication you put into the season. We had to overcome some adversity with a few injuries and a week-long shutdown just prior to the playoffs. But we were able to persevere and gave it our all in the championship game. I'd like to say thank you to our senior class. This group persevered to positively impact the program this season and left their legacy for years to come. We are proud of your accomplishments both in the classroom and on the pitch. Your efforts throughout the season strengthened the character of this team and set us up for success in the future. Gersdale Academy Soccer is a family, and we wish you well in your future endeavors. We will forever be your supporters. You'll never walk alone, heart tough together. Congratulations to Jackson Quenzer on winning both the Falcon and the Coaches Leadership Award. Jackson has shown strong leadership and soccer ability. Jackson persevered on and off the pitch for the last 4 years, was an integral part of the team making the conference finals this season, and helped shape the program for future success. The coaching staff would like to wish Jackson all the best in his future endeavors. I want to thank everyone here who is a part of our Gersdale Academy Athletics family and all of you that support our teams. Every student athlete in this room, whether you hold a plaque or not, plays a crucial role in the success of our program, and I hope you are all proud of yourselves. We most certainly are. As you leave here this morning, congratulate one another, express your appreciation to your coaches, your friends, and when you get home tonight, your families for all of their support. Thank you. I will now turn things over to Mrs. Johnson for the Founders Leadership Awards.
Good morning. Each summer, students are given the opportunity to work to reach their full potential and go above and beyond what is expected of them by completing the Dr. Frederick G. Smith Founders Summer Challenge for Upper School. This is a fully optional opportunity that is only successfully completed by a select few each year. As a reward for their hard work, students receive a single test grade of 80 to 100 in their leadership course based on the quality of the written reflection and an Amazon gift card. For 9th grade students to successfully complete the summer challenge, they must read Volume 1 of The Life of George Washington by Washington Irving, type a minimum 500-word reflection titled Be Like George, the Leadership Lessons I Learned from George Washington and How I Will Apply Them to My Life, applying their reading of Volume 1 of The Life of George Washington, and making connections to the leadership model. Earn a minimum of an 80% on this report and any other summer reading assessments, and a minimum of 85% on the Book of Knowledge assessment. The students who were able to rise to the challenge and successfully complete all requirements in the 9th grade are, and I'm going to have you all come down and line up to the side, get your certificate and your gift card, and we will take one group photo at the end, so please hold your applause. Nathan Anapolsky, Jack Bruffy, Skylar Ellison, Bailey Harden, Samantha Mosovitz, Sydney Mosovitz, Amari Owens, Danny Seger, Matthew Scholes, and Landon Yetta.
For 10th grade students to successfully complete the summer challenge, they must perform a minimum of 20 hours of community service with a single organization, group, or individual, read Coach Wooden's Leadership Game Plan for Success, 12 Lessons for Extraordinary Performance and Personal Excellence by John Wooden, type a minimum 500-word reflection titled My Summer Leadership Lessons, with connections to Coach Wooden's book and the leadership model, earn a minimum of an 80% on this report and any other summer reading assessments, and a minimum of 90% on the BOK assessment. The students who were able to rise to the challenge and successfully complete all requirements were Matthew Finkel, earning 20 hours through math tutoring, Braden Hammond, who earned 35.5 hours with the Gerstel All Sports Camp, Lexi Larson, who earned 23 hours through Children's Church and Vacation Bible School, Olivia Sprinkle, earning 20 hours making blankets for Westminster Women's Shelter, and Bodie Yelland, who earned 25 hours on his Eagle Scout project. It's worth noting the total number of summer community service hours completed by this class was 123.5 hours.
For the 11th grade students to successfully complete their challenge, they must perform a minimum of 20 hours of community service with a single organization, group, or individual with a coaching and mentoring element. They read Dare to Prepare, How to Win Before You Begin by Ron Shapiro, visit at least 3 differently sized colleges, and type a reflection, minimum 500 words, titled My Leadership Preparation. In their essay, they must explain how they are going to apply the lessons from their community service experience, college visits, and specific examples from Dare to Prepare, along with connections to the leadership model. And they must earn a minimum of 80% on this report and any other summer reading assessments, as well as a minimum 90% on the Book of Knowledge assessment. The following students completed the Founders Challenge. Keely Ballard with 25 service hours with Checkers Elite. Riley Bruffy earned 35 hours at the Gerstel All Sports Camp. John Delgado earned 25 hours at the Gerstel Baseball Camp. Braden Dillon earned 20 hours at the Gerstel Boys Soccer Camp. Ben Kaiser earned 20 hours with Restore. Nicholas Marquez earned 23 hours with Carroll Corporate Squadron. Xavier Valadon earned 39 hours at Camp Eclectic. J.J. Weber earned 21 hours at the National Archives Catalog. Emmy Weiner earned 25 hours with Lighten the Load. And Avery Ziesler earned 75 hours with the Maryland Food Bank. And the total number of summer community service hours completed by the class of 2023 was 308 hours. Congratulations.
One little change for the seniors. When you come down here for your photo, we'd like you to have an individual photo with Dr. Smith, please. For 12th grade students to successfully complete the challenge, they must perform a minimum of 20 hours of community service with a single organization, group, or individual. Read Turn the Ship Around by L. David Marquet. Type a minimum 400-word reflection titled How Serving Others in Need Improved Myself and Positively Influenced Others. In their essay, They explained the community service they performed, how they served those in need during this service, and what that experience did to improve them and the individuals they served, in addition to connections to Turn the Ship Around and the leadership model. They must also earn a minimum of an 80% on this report and all other summer reading assessments, and a minimum of 90% on the BOK assessment. Faith Beeson performed 25 hours with Gerstel All Sports Camp for Girls. Mason Burdick, 25 hours at Gerstel Baseball Camp. Elizabeth Shigalis with 45 hours, Gerstel IT Department Intern. Alex Friedman, 21½ hours, Jewish Volunteer Connection Scarves for the Homeless. Emma Leonard, 42 hours, Camp Eclectic. And Lily Norbeck, 80 hours, St. Andrew's Church, Appalachia Service Trip. The total number of summer community service hours completed by the class of 2022 was 238½ hours. These 6 seniors also completed this challenge all 4 years of upper school. They will be given an additional reward from Dr. Smith, which will be determined before graduation. I'll give the total number for upper school when we finish all the photos. Is that okay? I think so. I think we should do a group too. Never. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. See, we knew. The total number of summer community service hours completed by our upper school students this year was 670 hours. Give yourselves a hand, please.
Thank you, Ms. Paul Ash, and I'd like to express my appreciation to the coaches, as well as the faculty and staff, and especially Mrs. Johnson, who is directly involved in evaluating our Founders Leadership Challenge. Just a couple of words about the challenge. It began before 2012, so it's been over a decade. And when you think about the word challenge, what comes to mind? Well, confrontation. I like to think about ADD, arduous, difficult, demanding. I want to definitely express my appreciation to all those students who attempted the challenge, as well as those who were successful. It's not easy. What's fascinating is, over the last decade, those boys and girls who are now out in TV land, which is the real world, those boys and girls that completed the challenge, and many of those who attempted the challenge, are very, very successful. They're running their own businesses, they're getting their PhDs, they're getting their MDs. There have been very, very successful people. There's something going on for those students that take that challenge. So I encourage each one of you next year, although you didn't do it this year, and those of you who did do it this year who were not successful, think about taking the challenge. It's not easy. But sometimes doing things that aren't easy make you better. And one of the goals I tell my kids is strive to be the best you can be. Shoot for your personal perfection. If you do that, you're always trying to achieve a goal that's within your realm. Again, it's not easy. Very, very important. So again, I'd like to express my appreciation to all those students who were successful, all those students who attempted, and congratulations again as well to the athletics, the athletic winners. Now it's my pleasure to turn this over to Mr. Abbott, head of the upper school.
Thank you, Dr. Smith. We have time for a few announcements. Mrs. Hand, I believe you had one, or is that next week? Nope. Sophomore officers, I know you have a big thing coming up, so we get someone down here to talk about that.